May the Lord give this council the wisdom, discernment and courage to serve the community. Grant also that we may act compassionately and with integrity in the best interests of this Shire, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
I would like to show respect and acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land and of elders past, present and future on which this meeting takes place. Thank you, councillors. Speaking with members of the public. Councillors, our first order of business this morning is to take the oath. Just to explain to you and our members in the gallery, the process will be that we will start to my left and we'll commence with Councillor Taya Cloud. Each councillor will stand and you will read either the oath or the affirmation. You will then sign and then I will follow up with the signature. And we have asked Braden from our comms section just to come take a photo. So I hope that doesn't discern you or put you off as you read. And then once that councillor has finished reading, signing, and I've signed, we'll move to the next councillor. So just remember, we'll need your microphones on as we do it. So I'm going to call on you first to read either the oath or the affirmation and move across. Thank you.
I, Councillor Taya Cloud, solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interests of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and that I will faithfully and impartially carry out functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of my ability and judgment.
I, Councillor Morris Golden, swear that I will undertake the duties of office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and that I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Act 1993 and any other act to the best of my ability and judgment.
I, Councillor George Fraser, swear that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and that I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of my ability and judgment.
I, Councillor Peter McGill, solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and that I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of my ability and judgment.
I, Councillor Alison McPhee, swear that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of my ability.
I, Councillor Patrick Ryan, swear that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and that I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers and authorities and discretions invested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 and any other act to the best of my ability and judgment.
I, councillor Earl Fields, swear that I will undertake the office of councillor in the best interests of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and that I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of my ability and judgment.
I, Councillor Troy Stoll, swear that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act and regulations to the best of my ability and judgment.
I, Councillor Adam Williamson, swear that I will undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interests of the people of the Upper Hunter Shire and the Upper Hunter Shire Council, and that I will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in me under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of my ability and judgment.
Thank you, councillors. If you can keep those handy, we will collect those at the end. We'll make a copy for our records. Now, councillors, I'll turn, well, first of all, I'll just note we have no apologies and no applications for attendance by audio visually. We'll now turn to item 10.1, which is the election of the mayor. I currently have 2 nominations before me. I will call on 3 occasions for further nominations. The first nomination I have before me is for Councillor Alison McPhee. She's been nominated by Councillor Ryan and herself, and she has accepted the nomination, so that is in order. The second nomination I have for the position of mayor is from Councillor Collison, nominated by Councillor Shields and Councillor Williamson, and that has been accepted by Councillor Collison. So that form work is in order. First call for further nominations for mayor.
Submit this one.
Councillor McGill. This nomination is for Councillor Fraser. It's been duly signed, nominated by Councillor McGill and Councillor Stoll, and Councillor Fraser has accepted the nomination. That is in order. I'll make a second call for nominations for the position of mayor of the Upper Hunter Shire Council. Make a third and final call for nominations for mayor for Upper Hunter Shire Council. Thank you, councillors. Given that we have 3 nominations, we will have to have a election of sorts. So we need to determine the method of Election, you have the option of show of hands, secret ballot, and preferential ballot. Do I have a councillor that would like to nominate or move a method of election?
Move, Mr Jam, to a secret ballot.
Secret ballot, do I have a seconder for secret ballot? Did you want to speak to that, Mr. Councillor Collison? All those in favour? Secret ballot. We've got Councillor Williamson, Councillor Shields, Councillor Ryan, Councillor McPhee, Councillor Collison, and Councillor Clout. That's 1, 2, 3. Was that 6? And so that will be the method of election method, which is by secret ballot. Councillors, just for your information, the method will be that I will place 3 names into a box to determine the draw. Once the draw is determined, staff will take a couple of minutes just to prepare ballot papers. Because you have determined by secret ballot, not by preferential ballot, it will mean that there will be, on this occasion, 2 rounds of voting. The first round will eliminate the lowest in the first round, and then you will need to vote a second time for the 2 remaining candidates. Is that understood? Okay. So I will place, and if anyone wants to act as scrutiny, they can come up. I have 3 equal sized cards, one with Councillor Alison McPhee's name. Sorry, before I go any further, I will demonstrate that the ballot box is empty. Councillor Alison McPhee's name, Councillor Morris Collison's name, Councillor George Fraser being the 3 candidates. This is just the draw, councillors. It's only for the ballot box after the ballot paper. The first name on the ballot paper will be Councillor Morris Collison. And if Karen, you can compare this as we go. The second name, Councillor Alison McPhee. And the one remaining name in the box is Councillor George Fraser. If those names can be placed on the ballot paper, we'll print those off. Councillors, because it's a secret ballot and not a preferential ballot, you will only need to mark 1 name on the ballot paper. Once all the ballot papers have been marked, and you'll just need to simply mark it with an X, there will be a description on the papers. Once that has been marked, the ballots will be collated. I will read out the results, and the lowest person will be eliminated. In the event that we have 3 equal counts, a name will be selected from the box, and that name will be eliminated before moving on to the next ballot. Just bear with us as we prepare those ballot papers. I'll leave Simon first, please. You can add one to each council, please. So councillors just mark a single name with an X. Follow your ballot paper. Box and ready. Yeah. Okay, councillors, in the first round of counting, I have for councillor Morris Collison a total of 4 counts. For councillor George Fraser, I have a total of 3 counts. And for councillor Alison McPhee, I have a total of 2 counts. Happy for any councillors who wish to observe or have a look at the counts, come and do so now. What that will mean is that councillor Alison McPhee will now be excluded. If we can exclude councillor McPhee's name, Karen, from the ballot paper and reprint 9 further ballot papers with just councillor Collison and councillor Fraser's name in the same order as was previously, we will run the next round. Thank you. If anyone else has their phone on, they turn it silent, please. Thank you. Okay, councillors, similar to last time, you now have one mark against one of the two remaining names. So, if the box can. Councillors. Councillors, I have completed the vote count. I have 6 counts in favour of councillor Collison and 3 counts in favour of councillor Fraser. Congratulations, Mayor Collison.
Yeah.
Again, happy for either of the two candidates to come and observe the counts. Do you wish to speak, councillor Collison?
Thank you, Mr. General Manager. Just on behalf of myself and those who did put the confidence in me, I'm very, very grateful. It's good to see three candidates, and I would be quite happy to work under either George or Councillor Fraser or Councillor McPhee. But we got a big job to do now. We've got a new faces in the chamber, and I can guarantee I'll do my best to head this show in the right direction. I believe we have been going pretty comfortably, but the big thing is, please, let's all work together, and I'll certainly work with you if you wish to work with me. So thank you very much.
Thank you to all candidates. Councillors, that moves us on to item D 10.2, the election of the deputy mayor. Similarly, I will need a councillor to put forward a motion as to the method of voting. Councillor McGill.
No, I was going to talk to the term.
It's for a 2-year term.
It's optional for her.
Well, the council report has recommended a 2-year term.
That's correct, and I was going to move to in accordance with section 213 brackets 2 of the Local Government Act. The term of deputy mayor be set at 12 months. The Local Government Act, I think, allows it for a deputy mayor. So if there's a seconder for that, we can put that to the vote.
Seconder.
Seconded, Councillor Scholes. Do you want to speak to your motion?
Yes, if I may. Back in 2016, it was Upper Hunt was an annual election for mayor and deputy mayor. The regulations in 2021 made it pretty standard across the state that mayors will be 2-year terms, and it still allowed the option for a deputy mayor to be a single-year term. I believe as we're going for a new deputy mayor, it would be, we hope is to have 1-year terms so we can have a look at who's going to be the best candidate in the short term. And given that in time, the deputy mayor can aspire to be the mayor, gives other people an opportunity. So 1 year terms, preferable to 2 year terms at this stage.
Councillors, is there anyone that wishes to speak against that before I put it to the vote? And sorry, councillors, I haven't actually read the nominations yet, so and we'll get to that stage, but we've got this motion before us for a 1 year term for deputy mayor. Councillor McPhee, you wish to speak?
I think 1 year is really not enough, especially if we get a new candidate in to actually learn the workings of it. And I thought 2 years worked very well last time. So I don't see any reason to change it.
Any other wish to speak for or against? Councillor Shields?
I agree with Councillor Fee. I think it needs to be a 2 year term to allow the person to learn the job well and then come up for re-election in September 2026.
Very right. So I'll put the vote. Councillor Councillor McGill's motion is that the term for deputy mayor be 12 months. All councillors in favour of a 12-month term, raise your hand. Councillor I'll start at the left. Councillor Fraser, Councillor McGill, Councillor Stoltz, that is lost. We'll need to confirm that it is 2 years as we move forward. Could I just get back to the candidacy before we move on to that though? So I have 2 applications for the position of deputy mayor before me. One is for Councillor Adam Williamson, nominated by Councillor Collison and Councillor Fraser, and Councillor Williamson has accepted that, so that paperwork is in order. I have a second nomination from Councillor Ryan, or for Councillor Ryan, sorry. He's been nominated by Councillor McPhee and himself, and he has accepted that nomination. So I have 2 nominations for position of deputy mayor. First call for further nominations for the position of deputy mayor. So I have a nomination for Councillor McGill, nominated by Councillor Fraser and Councillor Stolz, and Councillor McGill has accepted that nomination. Second call for deputy mayor. Third and final call for the position of candidacy for the deputy mayor's role at Upper Hunter Shire Council. Thank you, council. So we do have 3 candidates, and as I said, we will require a vote. If I could have a councillor move the method and confirm that it will be for a 2 year period. Councillor.
Point of order there, it has to be the same terms as the mayoral election. Has to be a secret ballot as per the mayoral election, the deputy mayor's election. The same.
I'd have to check the regulations. I thought you could choose a different method of voting. Councillor
The election of the deputy mayor is conducted under the same provisions that apply for the election of mayor.
Okay, thank you, Councillor McGill. We'll undertake it by way of a secret ballot. Thank you. Councillors, I will need to undertake the determination of the order of the ballot. So I will just place the names. So I have nominations for Councillor Williamson, Councillor Ryan and Councillor McGill. I'll place those 3 names into the box. So the first name on the ballot card, Karen, will be. We've got Councillor Adam Williamson. Second name on the ballot card will be Councillor Pat Ryan, and the third name Councillor McGill. Councillors, given that we did have some questions in regard to the term, is there anything else that wishes to clarify and confirm that it is for a 2 year period? Just so we've got a motion on the books that's clear in regard. Okay, so Councillor Colson's moving that the term of deputy mayor will be for 2 years, the same as the mayor. I've got a seconder for that. Councillor McPhee, anyone wish to speak to that? Do you want to speak to that? Anyone wish to speak against that? I'll put the motion. The motion is that the deputy mayor, once elected, will be for a term of 2 years. Have a show of hands. So councillors Clout, Collison, Fraser, McGill, McPhee, Ryan, Shields, Stoltz and Williamson. It's unanimous. Thank you very much, councillors. We will get those ballot papers prepared now. Okay, councillors, there are 9 ballot papers being distributed now. Please mark an X only next to the preferred candidate for the position of deputy mayor. Councillors, we have a situation where we have 3 equal votes for each of the 3 candidates. In accordance with section 12 of Schedule 7 of the Local Government Act, General Regulation of 2021, I will now need to place each of the 3 names in a barrel, and the name who is drawn out will be excluded. Once again, I have Councillor Adam Williamson's name, Councillor Pat Ryan's name, and Councillor Peter McGill's name. We'll use the ballot box again. I'll give my bigger shake given that he puts straw. Yeah. Put it up one, it's fine. Okay, the name I've brought out, and this will be the name that's excluded, is Councillor Adam Williamson. That means councillor Ryan and councillor McGill will go through to the next round. Thank you, Karen. And again, if any council wishes to come and have a look at the papers, I do have them here. If they wish to look at them. With the final round, councillors, there's 9 ballot papers. We will distribute them in place an X next to the preferred name for the person that is there. Councillors, I have 6 votes for councillor Pat Ryan for deputy mayor and 3 votes for councillor Peter McGill. So congratulations, councillor Ryan. Thank you.
Mr. General Manager, councillors, yeah, thank you for your vote of confidence. I really appreciate it. I very much look forward to working with Mayor Collison for the next term and all the councillors. So thank you very much. I look forward to it.
Thank you, councillors. Mayor Collison, did you wish to chair the remainder of the meeting?
No, Mr. Chairman, you don't think so.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We'll move on to item G10.3. This is the item which is the countback. Councillors will note that there is a recommendation in the papers that we adopt the countback methodology for the period of this term. Do I have any move for either that recommendation or that? Councillor Williamson?
Yeah, I'll move the recommendation as is.
Moving the recommendation as is by the seconder. Thank you, Councillor Clout. Thank you. Did you wish to speak to it, councillor Williamson?
In short, no, but I'll stand up and say it anyway. I just think this is fairly financially driven, and at a cost of $140,000, I believe. I don't believe any elections will be in the benefit of this organisation.
Thank you. Does anyone wish to speak against it? No one's lights on. I'll put the,
Yes,
sorry, councillor McGill, yes.
I just think it's inappropriate at this stage. If someone does fall over in the next 18 months, and the electors, the ratepayers deserve to have another say as to who. So I would oppose this motion at this stage. I think it is appropriate that we do have an election. We're required to after 18 months anyway, and in the last 12 months until the point. So I just think the numbers are loose. I don't think they justify denying people the chance to have another vote.
Any other speakers for or against? No, put them, sorry, councillor McPhee.
I concur with Councillor Williamson. We had to do this, had to actually use this in the last term. It worked very, very well and it's saving the council. When we talk about saving ratepayers money, if we have to do a by-election, it costs us upwards of $450,000 of ratepayers money. So I think it makes sense from a financial perspective as well.
Thank you. Councillor Stolzen.
I'd like to talk to Mr McGill's motion, Councillor McGill's motion. I think the voters sent a very clear message during the last election. The returning councillors all did very poorly, bar Mayor Collison, in terms of their numbers. They didn't make quota, and I think that's a very clear message from the public, from the voters. They want change, and I think the best way to keep bringing new blood in would be, unfortunately, would be a cost, but that's what I think the message is from the ratepayers.
Thank you. While the lights are on, I'll put the motion, which is councillor Williamson's motion, and seconded by councillor Clare. The motion is that council does adopt the countback provisions in accordance with section 291A(1)(b) of the Local Government Act. I'll put that to councillors. All those in favour? Councillor Clout, Councillor Collison, Councillor McPhee, Councillor Ryan, Councillor Shields and Councillor Williamson. Against? Councillor Fraser, Councillor McGill, Councillor Stolz. It's carried. Thank you. Item G10.4 is the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee. The recommendation before you is that if council chooses to appoint a councillor, they can nominate a councillor as a non-voting observer only.
Move councillor Williamson, Mr GM.
Okay.
Maybe an alternative, can we have an alternative?
There's no provision, I don't believe, in the Audit, Risk and Improvement
Okay,
Committee
just
to
councillor
nominate.
Williamson, thank you.
So I've got a mover from councillor Colson. Is there anyone second councillor Colson's motion? Councillor Ryan is seconding that. Councillor McGill.
Yes, I would nominate councillor Stolz.
I have also a nomination for councillor Stolz. Is there a seconder for that? Councillor Fraser second that. So I have two nominations. Is there any other nominations for council representation? Okay. Normally, we would do a vote of this nature by show of hands. If I've got a council that wishes to put that motion forward, we can do it by a secret ballot sorry.
I move by show of hands.
By show of hands.
I'll second.
Okay, so councillor Fraser has moved that we do a vote of show of hands and councillor Williams seconded it. So the first nomination was for councillor Adam Williamson. Raise your hand if you are in support of councillor Williamson. So I've got councillor Clout, councillor Collison, councillor McPhee, councillor Ryan, councillor Shields and councillor Williamson. Raise your right hand if you're supportive of councillor Stolz being the nominate. I've got councillor Fraser, councillor McGill, councillor Stolz. So the numbers were 6-3. Councillor Williamson will be appointed as the councillor observer for the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee. Thank you, councillors. That's all the business we had today. I appreciate your time. Congratulations to the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Close the meeting there. Thank you for back 9:45. Thank you.